you feel like you've backslidden? Not really. It depends on where you felt like you were. I feel like the only difference for me is that I'm growing. I had the opportunity to grow from being like a teenage star in front of people's eyes. And I think anybody that's ever went to church know there's some crazy stuff that can happen in a church or outside of a church. So that's why I never understood when people ask me that. Like, they ask me questions as if church is so perfect. Like, and I think that's people's perception. That's not my perception. So thank you for asking me the question. And they keep asking me the question, what made you step away from preaching? I never said that. That's another thing you guys, somebody have told you. I never told you that. My favorite pastor would be probably Creflo Dollar. Creflo Dollar would definitely have to be my favorite pastor. Are we ever gonna get music from you and Puff? Probably not at this point. My favorite Bible verse is no man can serve two masters. That's just real. Like, I always go where I'm celebrated. I don't go where people tolerate me. So when people be like, yo, Mase, why you don't come over here? Because y'all niggas don't really fool with me. So if you don't fool with me, I don't fool with you. And I'm not going to be around you acting like I don't know that. Like, people always say Mase left. They never tell you why Mase left y'all. They make up stories, but no, tell them really why he left you. The person asked me, is society's real? I think everything is real if you believe in it. That's just like people say it's blackballing real. It's real if you believe in it. I think blackballing only works if you need the person to do what you have to do. If you don't need them, there's no way they could blackball you. Like, I know Prodigy says something about that. But, you know, maybe he knows something. I never depict myself to be a person that knows everything. What is a misconception people have about me? That I'm soft. That's the biggest misconception about me. In 20 years of rap, nobody's ever, like, slapped me or punked me. Niggas say stuff, but they've never done that. So I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions. Because I'm smart enough to avoid certain beefs. That don't mean that I'm scared. That mean I'm smart. Even in the art of war, the last thing for you to do is to go to war. And another misconception about me is that, how can I say it? People don't know, like, the real extent of my influence. Like, I was involved in a lot of instrumental things in hip-hop. Whether it was, you know, everything from Meeting Eve to, you know, just different things, you know. And, like, sometimes I don't just speak on stuff because a lot of times when there's a lot of bad blood there, it just seems like people will want to take that and turn it into something else. You asked a great question. I guess you would have to ask them that. Because I don't get upset when people ask me about people. Never. Like, you know, like I was the first one, I think, working with Just Blaze. Or one of the first people listening to Kanye rap. It just goes so far back. And influencing, you know, not influencing, but encouraging them to stick with it. And Big L wasn't on my album, my first album, because I wasn't on Big L's album. But, you know, if somebody asks me, who I think was the best lyricist from Harlem, I would say Big L. Like, to me, you could always count on getting the truth. Like, sometimes I miss it because it just slips my mind. But for the most part, I'm not going to sit somewhere and lie on somebody. Like, even if somebody asks me about, like even Dipset or anything, I'll tell them the truth. Like, I've had conversations with Jewels, and I told him, like, how big I thought he could have been. You know what I'm saying? And I think, how can I put it? I wouldn't even say that. Y'all wouldn't even be ready for that. Like, they asked me who do I think was... I shouldn't even say that. Nah, let's skip that. I don't know what to feel about the Eugene Deal thing because he was there with Puff. So if he really felt that way, he could have did something about it. Like me, I didn't like certain things, so I left. I don't think you can stick around for everything and then say you have a problem with it. I don't like when people do that. So it's just like today, I wasn't feeling the documentary, I walked out. I thought they was doing some things to, to say, to paint me in the wrong light. So I let them know I don't agree with that. I think sometimes you have to teach people how to treat you. And if they don't know, you teach them. Yeah, but the whole Eugene Deal thing, I'm not feeling that. Because if he really felt that way, there's a lot of things he could have did differently. But I respect that he has an opinion. But when it comes to something of that magnitude, and you say you're a street guy, there's a lot of other ways you can handle that. I'm never with somebody going on video to expose somebody else. I'm not with that. Do you feel like you